Hi, guys. Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another session of weekly updates, crypto weekly updates, where we talk about some of the global updates and also talk about some of the updates that are happening in the Indian market. Um, yeah, but so I actually launched my sessions last week. I hope you had a good time joining my session. This happens every Wednesday. My name is Diksha, and I'm the PR manager at Gate.io. So, hi guys. So let's look at some of the global news that happened across the world, because crypto is one industry that's really global and really connected. Something that happens at one corner of the world really impacts I mean, almost the entire world. And also because um, the world's going digital. I recently saw that people in India especially are really getting digital because of the lockdowns and the COVID-19. Almost I think more than 80% of the people who who went ahead and they wanted to recharge their phones or recharge their get the top up. They used to do it physically, going to the shops, and that has really increased to about 60%. Like now 60% of people in India are doing everything digitally. So it's a really bad time for the world, but the learnings from this experience are going to be immense, and I hope that um, we get 100% digital, and even the developing economies, they benefit out of it. So yeah. So I really wanted to talk about this particular thing. I saw on Twitter this week. I think you must have seen, which is J.K. Rowling. She tweeted, and she wanted to understand what's Bitcoin, and it was very exciting. And there was an overwhelming response from the community. On her tweet, basically, she tweeted that. She does not understand what's Bitcoin, and she wants someone to explain it to her. And everyone from the Ethereum founder to Elon Musk joined the conversation, giving their own unique and spunky answers. Hi, Patrick. Hey there. And I think you should check out, all of you should check out this thread on Twitter. There was the most entertaining thing I really saw this week, and it was really interesting. Someone So as I said, people had like really nice answers, which sort of fit in the explanation of Bitcoin. Someone wrote, Bitcoin is designed so that it eliminates the need for trust, the way it happens in the traditional finance, and it's backed by advanced mathematics, and you won't understand. I mean, that's what the user wrote, but I think his message was spot on, because Bitcoin was invented, with this idea of a secure and decentralized system built on blockchain technology. In fact, since April, Bitcoin has seen a surge of 33% in its price, which is huge, right after it dropped in March. Actually, its market cap has also increased significantly, if we really see, which is, increased to about 175 billion US dollars. It was, if you really see, before April, it was somewhere around 168 or something. Um, Also, not to forget, we witnessed the Bitcoin halving on 11th of May. I talked about the halving, and actually our website Gate.io, we had a specific page on halving that really focused on how the price will impact, and not just about Bitcoin. We also had a lot of other coins that are about to halve or have already halved this year, and how their prices are going to be impacted, and how what's the sentiment in the community. All that was on our page. It was very cool. That page was very cool and got an overwhelming response from the community. It was also, whoever wrote about Bitcoin halving sort of referred to our page at gay.io. Yeah. Uh, we talked about Bitcoin. Even Ethereum has been doing great. Its market cap has actually, it at this point, it stands at about 23 billion. So, I thought in this session, I'm going to talk about the top coins that are doing really well in India. It's going to be exciting to hear which coin are people trading in India. And most of these coins that I'm going to talk about are really are also famous across the world. Just here and there, because India is, as you know, like the law was uplifted recently, so there's been a lot more trading than it was before. So the behavior is a little different here and there, but yeah, most of these coins are also famous across the world. Obviously, Bitcoin is the number one coin that's traded in India and across the world, and Ethereum is the next one. Uh, Ethereum is actually the next famous coin or you could say the next successful coin in the cryptocurrency world, and it's currently the second largest digital coin, by market cap after Bitcoin. So just to give you some facts about Ethereum, right? Because it's an exciting coin. Like the concept, the technology that it's built for, and its vision is also very exciting. Um, it was um, actually in 2014 they launched their pre-sale for Ether, which received a very good response. This really helped it climb in the market in the age of ICO, the initial coin offering, which does not exist anymore. Actually, after that, IEOs came into existence and became the go-to crowdfunding technique or approach in the industry. And actually, Ethereum also claims that it can be used to. It's really like it can be used to codify, decentralized, and probably secure and trade about anything or everything in the world. So, if you actually go deeper, in 2016 they split into Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, and this is an interesting story and how it really happened and why it happened. I think you should also go read about it. Well, the next coin, which is also very famous, is Ripple's XRP, which is the native coin of Ripple, and it's one of the top five currencies, based on its trading volume. Actually, the price of XRP's price recently has recently fallen down, but in last 24 hours it has really increased. It's about 0.2 US dollars or something. Its market cap is also great. It's about 9 billion US dollars, which is actually the third largest in amongst all the crypto coins. Yeah, so these are basically the top three coins that are really famous in the Indian market and also across the world. Now, after this, I sort of got an idea that uh, we have Litecoin, which is the fourth famous amongst investors in India and also across the world. I think it doesn't really stand at the fourth position in the world, but in India it does. It's also one of the newest currencies that. Sorry, it's not the newest currency. It was actually launched right after Bitcoin, like a couple of years after that. It was in 2011, and it sort of it sort of followed in the footsteps of Bitcoin. Yes, and it's actually referred to silver, of Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is gold. So it was created by an MIT graduate, and she's also an ex Googler. Litecoin is, it's an open source global payment system network that's really not controlled by any centralized authority. Although it's really like Bitcoin in so many ways. It has a very fast block generation rate, and hence offers a faster transaction confirmation time. And because of this reasons, not just developers but also a lot of merchants, and it's obviously very famous in the trading community, but also a lot of merchants really like it and they accept Litecoin as payment system. Its market cap is about 3 billion. So yeah, so Monero is the next one, and it also claims to be really secure, private, and untraceable. It was launched in 2014, much later after Litecoin, and it soon it soon really spiked great interest in the community, including the traders in India and across the world. Moreno's concept is also very interesting. It's completely a community driven and has a strong focus on on decentralization and scalability. These are the basic fundamentals of the blockchain technology. um, why do I say it's community based? Is Let me give you an example. This is something very interesting actually. There's something known as the Hope Page by UNICEF. Yes, that that lets you donate your computing power to their Australian branch. Without they basically lets you donate to them without giving any money at all. Right, and all you need to do is give away some part of your computing power to them and let them mine cryptocurrencies. That'll be further used to buy supplies for for children who need help. Now, once you do that, their tools they have a tool that mines cryptocurrency, and that can be used to buy supplies for kids. And they're using cryptocurrency to provide life-saving supplies to children. And when I read this, I thought it's really a great use case of cryptocurrencies. So we definitely in an exciting world. Yeah, I mean, you cannot directly buy stuff using Monero, but it can be converted into fiat and can be used like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a great use case. What do you think? So it also claims to achieve complete privacy with this special technique called ring signatures. I mean, it's a famous technique. It's a typical digital signature that can be performed by any member of a group of users that have the cryptographic keys with them. So what happens is with this technique, there'll be like a group of people that will appear, including the real guy, the real person whose signatures the group is using. But since they all appear to be valid, the real one cannot be isolated. So you do not know who's the real one. So it's like a very secure technique that's used sometimes. You can read more about this coin and the technique they follow. Some really also when you'll read, you'll find there's some really exciting and not so exciting stuff about this. That's being discussed in the community. But whatever it is definitely one of the top 10 famous coins in India and in the world. And its market cap is I think it's about 1 billion. Yeah. Then we have EOS, which is also in the list, and it was actually launched very, very recently in June 2018. It's actually one of the newest coin which has been able to get such a huge response, amongst all the altcoins. It's kind of similar to Ethereum, as it offers a platform on which developers can build their own decentralized applications. Um, it's also really known for many other reasons. Its ICO was quite profitable, but yeah, I mean, it's revolutionary because of its lack of mining mechanism to create more coins, and that's why it's very valued in the industry. Yeah, I mean, these are some of the altcoins that are really famous in India, and you have more in the list like Bitcoin SV. Then you have Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash is actually one of the top five. I kind of missed it in the top five list, but it's actually one of the top five. I also think once Libra is launched, that's going to get a lot of attention from the Indian community. The reason behind I spoke about this in detail in my first session is because they've invested in one of the top telecom operators, and it really accelerates the chance of being used in the community, utilized by people there. And and Facebook has one of the largest bases, like one of the largest usership in India. I think if it happens, we're really gonna see the mainstream adoption of cryptocurrency sort of become a reality, or starts becoming a reality. Yeah, and then by the way, you can trade all these coins on gate.io. And so, yeah, put your trading skills to test. And and then this also reminds me that in my next session, I'm going to talk about our own token, our own native token, Gate Chain token, which is really advanced and has a humongous user base actually. And Yeah, I mean, I basically wanted to give you an idea that if you want to start trading, and if you're in India, these are some of the coins that you can try your luck. And do tell me in comments how did you like it, and yeah, and what would you like me to cover in the upcoming sessions. Um, or also, I there's something very important that I wanted to mention is that. Our community manager Patrick, he really does weekly updates about Gate.io, what we're building, what our new features are, because we've been launching a lot of new features lately, and we're building Gate Chain, which is like a which is going to be a disruptive product in the industry. We soon gonna be launching its mainnet. So yeah, he talks about all these things, and he also does a lot of giveaways in his session, which happens on Monday. So do tune in into his sessions as well, because they're really really interesting, and they give you a like holistic view of our platform, our company, what we're doing, what we are as a team. Yeah. So yes, do tune in every week on Monday and to my session on Wednesday. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining. Bye bye.